Instagram account reviews, the series where I take your Instagram accounts and I review them, tell you what you could do better, what you're doing wrong, what you could improve on, pros and cons that I see, so that you can go ahead and improve your Instagram game.
My name is Anthony. I run an Instagram marketing agency and also run a 1 million follower network on Instagram. And I make videos like this to help you take your Instagram account from 0 to hero. So make sure you subscribe because this is the Instagram Hub.
If you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you go ahead and follow us now. If you want your Instagram account reviewed, this is the process. There will be a link in the description on this video. It'll take you right here to our Facebook group. Submit to join in the Facebook group, and then I make posts where I go ahead and I tell you guys that I'm making account review videos, and you guys can comment your Instagram handles on that post, and then I pick them at random. So it's best if you join this group, and then once you are accepted, turn on post notifications so you see when an account reviews video or account reviews post goes up. We post about 1 per week. Make sure you go ahead, drop your handle so you have a chance at getting it reviewed. With that said, let's go ahead and let's start on the first person that we are going to review. So this is basically Strange World with a few different letters. So I typically don't look at these accounts beforehand. I didn't this time. I like to just go ahead and just go through it with you guys so you guys can see my natural thought processes and everything else. So the first thing I'm seeing is the name. I mean, I guess it's all right. It's a personal brand. So it looks kind of like a personal brand. So producer, DJ, something like that. Let's take a look at the stories and really grow. Should I make a Twitch account so I can go live there and talk to you guys as well? Check out my latest post. Okay, so the first thing that I'm seeing right off the bat with this account is it basically needs a profile optimization makeover, right? That's the very first thing before we could even get into growth or into anything else like that. It needs a makeover. So if you're gonna be branding yourself as a producer and you know, this is basically your personal brand, and they gotta like know like are you gonna have your first and last name on here, or is this like the name you want to be known by? You don't want people to know your first and last name. I guess whatever you do is fine. There's plenty of artists where you know you don't really know their first and last name, so I guess it's really fine. But pin stories, this is good. This is the first good thing I see. At least you got some pin stories. Now I would make some, sorry, at least you have normal stories. Now I would make some pinned stories going across. So the easiest one you could do if you're a producer is I would go ahead and I would start having pin stories of your music. And before that, before you go into just posting pin stories of your music, I would do a little bit of a who I am pin story, right? This is something I say all the time. You're just breaking that barrier between a new follower, getting them from a stranger to a friend. Have a pin story, introduce yourself, tell them what you're all about, everything like that, and then you can get into all of the cool stuff. Your pin stories are really good for basically showcasing your talents, showcasing what your page is all about, what you want people to see, and it's also really good for driving traffic and calls to actions, because as people go to your Instagram page, they're going to go through that natural flow. So if you want to get traffic to your website, or if you want to get traffic to your YouTube videos, calls to actions that are placed within pin stories are extremely good at just driving passive traffic from people that are going to be hitting your profile over and over the course of days, weeks, months, years. Okay, so after that, the bio, I would definitely spice up the bio a little bit. I would add probably, you know, a little bit more about yourself. Follow me. I need a why. So I need a why. So basically the thing you want to answer in your bio is who are you, what do you do, and what value do you provide? So if you just basically have producer, follow me, and then the name of your new instrumental, it's not really doing much. So just based off what I already told you and based off of optimizing this bio here, you should see follower conversions go up incredibly, just because you're going to be giving people that why, and you're going to break them from seeing you as a stranger or seeing you as, you know, I have no value out of following this guy to, hey, you know what, I want to follow this guy. So people only follow you for, remember, education, entertainment, things like that. If you provide neither, then you're not really going to get it. So for you, you're providing music, you're providing entertainment, so just spice it up a little bit. So as far as growth goes on this page, here's what I would recommend. Go to my YouTube channel, and then on the search, type in artist, hit enter, and the video is going to pop up, how to grow on Instagram as a rapper, artist, producer, music. This video is 9 months ago, but the information is still relevant. The information is still applied to you, and I would go ahead and I would follow that video. It basically breaks down everything that I could say to you right now in 2 minutes into an entire full-on YouTube video. I'll also leave the link in the description if I remember, but if I don't, if the link's not there, then go to my channel, type in artist. It's going to be this first video that pops up. All right, so next up we have Alexis Fitstagram, who has been a long long-term supporter of mine. Thank you, Alexis. I see you commenting on everything. Really appreciate you. So I'm glad we're sitting here and reviewing your account now. So the first thing with the name, I'm not really a fan of underscores, but sometimes you have to use them if the situation permits. So if things are working right now, if it's gaining followers, which it clearly is with you sitting at 7,000, now I'll just go ahead and run with it. So now let's take a look at the bio. So we have hi, let's be friends. Watch my life on the tube, Alexis Gonzalez, affiliate link. Cool. So that looks pretty cool. Any improvements? If anything, I would kind of add a little bit about yourself, but I don't think you have to. I think your situation's fine because the abundance of pin stories you have. So I think your bio is set up pretty good. You have all the calls to actions. You have the watch my life on the tube. So call to actions to your YouTube. Maybe add like a call to action to follow you, to actually follow your Instagram. But other than that, it looks good because of how many pin stories you have. Everyone's going through everything: nutrition, life, training, outfit of the day, supplements. That's good. You have pin stories, you have stories. So this is an example of a profile that is set up extremely well. Pin stories, a whole story of your day. So you're building up that relationship with your followers. So based off first impressions of the profile, this profile is good. If I was going to it and I'm probably going to be looking for fitness advice, I'm definitely, the first thing I'm doing is probably going through all of these pin stories. I'm going to go through the nutrition, the supplements, the training, everything like that. So that looks pretty good so far. Now, if we get into the content is high quality. That's always a good sign. You're always gonna have an edge. I'm not a fan of pictures like these. These don't perform that well because it's taking up less Instagram real estate. It performs decent for like personal pages, but if you're really trying to you know, go ahead and really build out a personal brand, which you are, you know, trying to get to, you know, 20, 30, 40, 100,000 followers, I would steer away from these. They're probably just going to engage less. Actually, it looks like it engaged pretty well. So that's pretty good that it engaged well. Normally these types of pictures will engage less though. I would try to stick to posting either square pictures or the longest style picture that you can that Instagram will allow. Always stay away from landscapes or anything like that. Content looks good for the size of your page. Engagement looks pretty good. Basically, it looks like you just need to grow this page. Profile is optimized. Content looks good. It really is just coming down to growth. So you have 926 followers. Maybe you're doing some follow and follow, maybe you're not. Maybe you did follow and follow in the past. I mean, the bottom line is that your content is good enough to grow this with influencers, and that's really what I would focus on. I mean, you could be DM grouping, which is going to be good. DM groups, power likes, anything that is a viral style of strategy, that's going to work really good for increasing your engagement. And hey, you might produce a really good video, a really good picture, and it might go viral, might rank on tags. So I would totally recommend doing that. Definitely recommend doing some DM groups within your niche and maybe some fitness power likes if you want. I wouldn't say you need them, but I think DM groups at the very least would benefit you a ton if you're not using them already. And then really what I would do, and that's what I tell a lot of people in the fitness industry, is I would make a really cool either workout or something like that. Like if we, see here's something, let me just show you guys something. If we go to, I think this guy's name is Joe Aesthetics. I'm gonna butcher the spelling. Actually, no, I'm gonna just look it up on my own. So I just pull up this page to go ahead and give like a real life example. I've seen this guy's videos and I wanna see if I can probably find the one. This one here might be it. If we check it out. So this guy basically used his extremely freakish physique to go ahead and produce viral content. So what you want to do is make your own form of that. So obviously you can't make a video exactly like that, but the best thing that you can do in your situation is to make your own piece of viral content, something that is going to perform. The best thing you can do is look at other female fitness influencers within your niche that are having videos go viral, that are having workout videos go viral, and look at what are they doing? What are they doing in these videos? Are they pushing cars that are in neutral? Are they, you know, squatting people? Like, what is it that is actually going viral on Instagram with this stuff? And then make your own piece of viral content, whether it's your viral picture or your viral video, right? And then that's what's really going to go ahead and drive you. Then that's basically your ad set, right? That picture, that video is basically your ad set for your account, which is exactly what this guy basically is. When you see his post, that post is pretty much an ad set because those posts just go viral and then tons of other influencers repost it. Now, you don't really want to stop there. You don't want to just go ahead, post it on your profile and hope that it goes viral. It might go viral. Chances are it's probably not. Like it might, and if it does, it's good, but it's probably not. What you really want to do is then take that ad set that you've created, that viral piece of content, that's your own viral piece of content. That's why it's so valuable. Watermark it when you post it to your Instagram so nobody else can go ahead and repost it without giving you credit. And what I would do is I would find the biggest influencers within the fitness space that are going viral, that have a high engaged following, and I would make an investment. I would pay them to go ahead and post your video to shout you out. But the reason why you want to go to the biggest influencers is because you're going to get a trickle down effect where you're going to have smaller influencers looking at these big influencers, who are then going to go ahead and see this post and they're going to repost it themselves. So you make an investment into these top influencers, and then all of these other little micro influencers are then reposting it for free. If they don't give you credit, you can copyright strike claim them, or they kind of almost have to give you credit because your watermark is on the video. So put your Instagram handle on the video. And that is literally like, that is the most predictable way you can grow. That's the most consistent way you can grow. That's the best way you can grow. Or you can hire me and I can just do all that for you, or you can just do it on your own. Okay. Other than that, your profile looks great. Your content is great. Everything's great. You just need to grow. That's what I would recommend. I would recommend some DM groups for the engagement, but really you're going to have to rely on influencers for growth. So good luck, Alexis. Now let's go on to the next one. The next one we have is clean minimalism. Clean minimalism. Okay, so the first thing I'm seeing off the profile, and this is like the first thing I look for, is we have no pin stories and no story at all. So it makes the page look very bland. And you know, the reason why you need it so much now is just because there's other pages who have it. So if there was a minimalism page that did have the pin stories set up, that did have stories going, and it had everything, it was perfectly set up, and yours isn't, which one are people going to follow instead? They're definitely going to follow the one that looks more well put together. And more importantly, when you have the pin stories and you have an active story, you simply look more active in general. You look a lot more active, and people are just going to follow an active page way quicker than they ever follow a inactive seeming page. And if a page is inactive, nobody's ever really following it. Other than that, I've never seen a minimalism page before, so I'm excited to get into the content. And the content looks really, really well. It's high quality, everything like that. It almost kind of reminds me of like tech pages. And so for a page like this, you know, power likes and DM groups probably aren't going to take you all the way up to your goals, because this just isn't viral content. Is this high quality content? Yes. Is this nice content? Yes. Is it viral? Definitely not. You know, you might perform well some posts, but it's not like any of these pictures are going to go ahead and get like 50, 60,000 likes, because they're just simply not viral. So what I told Alexis is exactly what I will tell you as well, except I would do it for like tech pages and things like that, or minimalism pages. But obviously you want to branch out. I'm not sure the market for minimalism pages out there. If there's not many pages, you're gonna have to find similar ones like tech. I think your page could follow into that tech, or like office setup, things like that. But that's what I would do. Optimize the profile, get some pin stories, get those stories, and then follow the same advice I gave Alexis, where you could either form your own piece of viral content, but if you're reposting, it's much easier because you already have content on hand that you can use, and you can just distribute that, use it as shout outs across influencers. Instagram is definitely getting a bit harder to grow, right? Its organic growth isn't as great as it was 2 years ago. So that's why you guys are probably gonna hear me saying, you know, to use influencers a lot now, because influencers are gonna be a driving force behind massive growth on Instagram. If you're relying solely on organic methods or just posting, the chances of you getting anywhere are very, very slim, right? As Instagram ages, it's just gonna get harder to grow as more pages come on. But as long as you stand out, as long as you do the pin stories, you do the stories, you invest some money into influencers, you invest some money into your own education and learning about Instagram, you are going to be fine. So with that said, if you want your account reviewed on the next account reviews video, make sure you go ahead and join our Facebook group. The link is below. And if you do want to go ahead and start learning exactly how to grow on Instagram, you got to check out this free training. I'll leave a link in the description. It'll show you exactly how to rapidly grow and monetize your Instagram fast. We go over how to set up your Instagram page to bypass the algorithm and always gain followers, because if the algorithm changes, anything like that, you want to make sure your profile is still converting followers, how to force yourself to grow without without follow, and without just posting good content and be consistent, right? That awesome term where gurus say of you just got to be patient and post content and it'll happen for you. It doesn't happen like that. You got to learn how to force yourself to grow and how to immediately start making money from Instagram today, even if your page is small. So even if you have 1,000 followers or less, you can make money to your page. There's money sitting on your page. You just need to tap into it. So if you don't know these things, highly recommend you go and check it out. It'll be the link in the description to the free advanced Instagram training. With all that said, hope you guys are crushing it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like the video, comment the video, and I'll see you all on the next one.